Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Monday evening to those of you who are in Europe, like me. Hello. Welcome to the Line of Best Fit. I'm Matthew, and tonight we are going to be joined by the incredible Aurora, who's just released a new song, which is amazing. She's just announced her new album, which is going to be amazing. There's tour dates coming up, new merch, so much going on. And yeah, we're going to be chatting with her very, very soon. So yeah, how is everyone doing? How's your Monday been? Have you had a good day so far? What's going on? How are you guys doing? So let's get this show on the road. Hey, Helsinki, welcome. Hello from I'm in the UK. Hello Finland. I assume we've got some Norwegian fans in here as well. Someone from Argentina, amazing. I'm glad to. Hi, Aurora's creature. Glad to hear you had a good day. Hello from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Dun, dun, dun. I've got Care for Me stuck in stuck in my head. Okay, let's try do this. Hello from Peru. Hello Peru. Hello Russia. Hello Mexico. Hi Scotland. Hello again Brazil. There's so many of you guys in here already, and Aurora's not even joined yet. Amazing. Oh, it says Aurora's unable to join. Hi Aurora. We will work this out. Dun, dun, dun. New York, hello from India, hello India. Hello Aurora!
Oh, hello!
Welcome.
Yeah, we did it!
We did it! How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic right now. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. I'm having a good day. It's nice to be here with you.
It's nice to be here with you.
How's everything going? Are you having a good start to your week?
Well, yes. Oh yeah, it is the start of
It's
the
Monday,
week.
yeah.
I love Mondays. It's like the birth of the week. Friday is like the funeral. So I like Mondays a lot. I'm having a good day. I have my chocolate oat milk.
Oh, I love Oatly. I love chocolate Oatly. It's so good. I've got some of their the chocolate Oatly ice cream in the freezer that I'm gonna have for after dinner.
I love that.
So good. It's so good.
Oh, hello, Robin. Hi, Queen. Hello.
Yeah, I love that you love Mondays, because I feel like so many people, a Monday is just not a good day. But I like your philosophy. Monday's the start of the week, the birth of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like now is kind of like there's a lot of things kind of being birthed at the moment from you in terms of music. Like there's a lot coming up that I think I'm very excited about. You must be extremely excited about. I know a lot of people watching this are very excited. How are you feeling about all the music that's coming soon?
And well, I'm very excited. It's a very exciting time. Of course, I've started making my next album. So now my head is very wrapped around that. But I'm very excited to finally share everything with the world. It's a very different album. It's very playful. It's very exciting. And I'm excited. Did I just release a single, right? Because I lost my phone. I was just in London and I lost my phone in a cab.
Oh God.
Everyone in my team has been like panicking because I haven't been able to log into any of my social media just before this meeting. I just managed to do it, but I've had to ask people to post things for me. And I haven't really noticed anyone's reactions to my single.
Okay, so totally. I think I can count for. I think I speak for like basically everyone watching. Everyone is loving the new single. It's very good.
It's very fun, and
mostly
I wrote it because I really want to. I'm really excited about playing it live. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how fun it will be?
Yeah. So fun. So what's the story behind Giving Into Love? Like where did this one come from? What was the inspiration?
it's about quite a lot of things kind of packed into one song. And of course, as always, people will have to find their own meaning in it, because that's the whole point of music.
Yes.
And the most wonderful thing about music. But I guess to me, it's about freedom. And I guess there are a lot of things in this world, demands and weird things we have to, you know, face and live up to, expectations and all of that rubbish. Doesn't make any sense, but we all seem to kind of, it seems to take a lot of room in our hearts and headspace, and I think it really affects the way we live our lives, because we are all kind of expected to fit into this really very small box that kind of none of us fit into.
Yeah.
And then we have to change something unchangeable about ourselves, and then we forget about the value of the one we are, just naturally. And I think that's really sad. So it's all about, you know, the freedom you get in life when you just stop trying to change and just simply exist, I guess.
Yeah, I love that, and it's so it's part of the album, The Gods We Can Touch, and this song in particular is about Prometheus. Can you tell us a little bit about your? I mean, how did you? I mean, I love the concept of the album, like 15 songs, 15 gods. When did you get into Greek mythology? Like, there's so much.
January 2020, I got really into Greek mythology, because as always, you know, I think many of my fans can, oh, that's so sweet, thank you. I think many of my fans can recognize themselves in it, because you know, it's life is very overstimulating, and you find yourself kind of taken by something new all the time, and then once something managed to interest you, because there are a lot of things in the world that's very uninteresting, but once something finally interests you, you get so wrapped up in it, and you just need to learn everything about it, or I need to at least like learn everything about it, to know anything about this new thing that I just want to know and live within. And that's how I feel with Greek mythology. It just took my whole headspace and my heart, and I just loved it. All the stories and the visual aspect of it, and also like the Greek, they knew how to live. And I feel like that's the thing that's annoying me with the world today. I feel like we've forgotten how to live a bit, because we're all like, I don't know, I feel like they just reminded me of something I feel like the world needs to be reminded of. So I wanted to make a whole album of it. Yes, one song inspired by one god or goddess, simply because in Greek mythology, they knew how to live life without all the shame that we wrap around these beautiful natural things life comes with, and being a human comes with. There could be so much enjoyment in life without all the shame and the worry. But we kind of fail to just live, if that makes sense.
I think that makes sense. I mean, I remember learning about Greek mythology when I was at school, and like there's so many stories, like so many different gods and goddesses, like just like so many different people, like I don't know, like I like Zeus, and then Athena. I like there's so like, and then everyone's like related to someone in somehow, and like I just and there's so much. I remember there being quite a lot of stuff based around like the natural world, and like obviously there's like the god of the sea, Poseidon, for example, and like there's obviously a lot of your music has always been very influenced by nature as well. I was wondering how those two kind of things, like the Greek mythology and like your love of like the natural world, kind of like came together for the project.
Well, to me, nature is, or Mother Earth is like a goddess.
Yeah.
And she's very raw and flawed, but still divine and still perfect, but in her own way. Perfect in a way that we don't have to be perfect like her. We can just exist in her and surrounded by her, and also be perfect in our own way. And I love perfection that is open and natural and unperfect, so it allows everything that lives in its presence to just live without having to be perfect. It's, you know, themselves, if that makes sense. And I think that's the biggest connection with me and with, you know, right now in my life, that I see between nature and Greek mythology. Because when I look at our planet, I see so much, and I see life and death, and I see a mother, and I see a goddess, and, you know, a whole world. It's a small world, but it's a world. And it's the same with Greek mythology. I feel like I think what I like most about it is that you can look at a man and see both a god and a man. And you can look at a woman and see both a goddess and a woman. And they also had a god/goddess who was both a man and a woman, hermaphrodite. So they even had a trans person. And now that's being, you know, and now in our modern days, people who are trans can't even walk safely in the streets and just be who they are, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And they had a god/goddess, or a godlike being, to celebrate this phenomenon. All the way back in the Greek mythology, in the days of Greek mythology. And I just love that. And it makes so much sense. Well, obviously, because it's an amazing thing. But yeah, I like that you can look at these, you know, see both a human and a god at the same time. Because in our world, you see only a man and a woman.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then
I mean,
they're separated from like the divine and the god. But I like that, you know, it's both. And we can also be both.
Yeah, definitely. Because I that's just reminded me that there's like a whole section of kind of like demigods as well, like people like in Greek mythology who were like half human, half divine, which is another like really interesting concept.
Yeah, I really think so. And I also love that they have a god or a goddess for everything, even war and sexual desire, for wine, for a toxicity, for healing and music, for womanhood, for virginity, for the underdogs like Persephone, queen of the underworld. I don't know, it's just, I love it.
Is there a specific god or goddess that you feel that you relate to the most?
And well, I relate a lot to Artemis, goddess of the moon, a virgin hunter, very strong, very independent. And also I love the moon. And I love Persephone as well. She, you know, the mother of the underworld. Because I feel like, and I'm also one of the children of my own music, but I feel like, and I hope that under the arms of my songs, a lot of people who are have been a bit outcasted in this world, or have felt the lonely existence of not fitting in, they can be home here. So Persephone, definitely.
Yeah, I
and
feel
also
like that's
Apollon, because he believes that music is healing, and I believe that too. So all of them, I relate to all of them.
I mean, there's a lot of a lot of crossover with kind of like your philosophies as Aurora, as a musician and writer and artist, with kind of all of these gods and goddesses. I wanted to know which whether Cure for Me has a specific god or goddess attached, whether there was one that you had in mind for that song, because I've had that in my head for like I mean, months now. Like, it's always just like playing on loop.
Thank you. But it's a very strange song. It just came to life just by a coincidence. And then once it was made, it was there, a part of this world. And yeah, it's a very strange song. I don't even remember how that happened. But it just, it's a very fun song. Well, yeah, it has a god. But that's for people to figure out themselves.
Okay, cool.
I only mentioned Prometheus because he's not a god.
So where does what is Prometheus exactly then? Like, is it, where does he fit?
Well, I think he was a titan.
Okay.
And he made man in clay, and then he stole the fire from the gods to bring us to life. And it was an easy way for me to kind of tell what the song was kind of about, to be distracted by our clay from the fire we keep within, which is, the essence of us and what makes us, what makes us alive. But Giving Into the Love also has another god or goddess. It's inspired by. That's a secret. Maybe I'll tell you in a million years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you planning to kind of like reveal which gods and goddesses are linked to each song at some point?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
I'm sure you.
People wonder for a while.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think like there's so many like different possibilities with that, and like I'm sure you've got a very elaborate and kind of like beautiful way to, yeah, unveil who's who and like what's inspired by what.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, yeah. I mean, when did you kind of like start working on these songs on the album? Was this something that you kind of started before the pandemic and lockdown, or was it something that kind of happened? You mentioned you got into Greek mythology at the beginning of January 2020. So was it something that kind of happened last year in terms of like the actual process of making and writing the record?
Yes.
Yeah. How has the last 18 months affected, I guess, the way you make music and everything?
Well, it hasn't really affected me, or maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell because I don't analyze myself so much.
Okay.
Even though a lot of my work, like doing interviews, kind of requires me to analyze. But I don't analyze like my behavior so much. I just, do what I do. Doobie-doobie-doo.
Yeah.
But I guess, and often my answers changes from interview to interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I change, I just say what I feel is right. So, but I think maybe it has affected me a bit, but also not, because obviously you've been given the time to really like make an album as a big thing, because often I make album like on the few days I have off in between touring, so it's a very like a chaotic and busy thing to be inside. But now I've kind of had silence, and I've just made an album out of that silence, so it's very different existing wise in life. It's very different, and I definitely prefer the latter, like how I've made this album, to have some time and silence and grounding to make it. It's much nicer, but I feel like in some way it's chaotic and intense anyway, because just making an album, it's such a big, or it feels very like overwhelming in the process. So kind of different, but also not. But I don't think I know yet. You have to ask me again in like a year. And then
Totally. Because I mean, that's the thing. Like we've all been living through this thing and like not really had the time to process anything. So it's still hard to think about. Yeah, even now, like I mean, we're still in the middle kind of everything. But I mean, you do have some live shows coming up and like the tour is scheduled to happen. Are you excited to kind of get back out on the road and play some of these new songs?
Well, yes, I am. And it's weird because this question I have been asked so much, like, how is it on tour? And throughout the Corona time, throughout last year, I just answered like, I don't miss touring because I'm home. I get to see my family. I get to just exist alone in my introverted self. It's been lovely. And to be just in the studio, which is the place that makes me most happy. It's been lovely. But for the first time now, I've noticed that I'm actually excited to go back on tour. Because I rarely miss the things that are not in front of me. I simply try to just enjoy whatever I have in front of me and whatever is available to enjoy now. And it's just a waste of time, or I don't find it logically to like miss touring when I'm not allowed to tour anyways, you know. But yeah, I am very excited because I'm noticing now that the album is announced, or when people write things on the internet, it's of course lovely, but it doesn't matter here. What matters is the moment where you meet the people, because it's all about the fans. Like, they're the whole essence of the whole thing. I don't know what to call this, but like what I'm doing here. It's all about my warriors and my weirdos. So of course I can really feel in my soul that I'm excited to see like the people, and to like exist with them and to understand what the music means, because they are like alchemists. They make the music mean so much more than I could ever make it mean on my own.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Are you, is there a specific song or few songs that you're really excited to kind of play for them live, like, and to see that reaction?
Well, all of them. Of course, and I love singing, like, but I have so many songs that are about like self-acceptance, or you know, because I care about it so much and it's so hard to do. But I'm excited to sing Giving It to the Love. I can really feel that, especially the ending. I'm gonna make it like really long, the ending, for the crowd to sing along with me. And so I'm really excited to sing that for people. And I'm really excited to sing the whole album for the first time. And I love singing like my song A Warrior, because I love hearing the crowd shout, I'm a warrior. Everyone, you know, everyone should say that.
I've seen that live a few times actually, and it's always such a nice moment to be there and like just be part of a bigger community of people who all feel the same, and like have this one message that they are screaming out.
It's beautiful. But all my songs, and The Seed also, because I love being angry at the world in a focused way on behalf of the environment. And I love seeing the crowd being passionate with me, you know, because it's so important and we mustn't forget. But yeah, I'm super excited actually. But I started being excited about touring like yesterday.
Okay, so it's very new excitement. You've got coming up quite soon a show in Glasgow. At the you're looking at me confused.
Oh my god, I know.
November 6th of November. Oh, amazing. Yeah, so Glasgow St Luke's Church on the Saturday the 6th of November for a special climate and culture event during the COP26, which is the UN's climate change conference. Like, what does it feel like to be part of such an important event for, like, I guess, for the future of the Earth?
Oh, well, it feels Wonderful. Oh, hey, Faded Wonder. I'll see you at the Glasgow show. And I see all your comments, by the way. That's why I'm looking like down, because I'm reading all of it. But yeah, it feels wonderful. I feel like it makes so much sense. It's such a logical thing when music meets emotional matters like this, because often people misunderstand, or it's not okay, sorry, that's a bit, but people think too much that these political matters are only political, but for me they're super emotional. And people say that I'm like a political artist because I speak my mind about things, but I'm just, you know, I think it's more like, to me it's just emotional. It makes sense to care about people, to care about anti-racism and feminism and the rights of the LGBTQ plus community and the IA plus community, and like the environment and the animal. It makes sense. I don't understand why people think it's only political, because it's super emotional. And I think often these political things, like for the environment now in Glasgow, it can often be too political, even though it's an emotional matter. And I'm happy to kind of bring the emotional aspect to such an emotional thing as the environment. Oh, I love you all too.
There's another thing you also recently announced, your mini forest initiative with merch. Could you tell us a little bit more about that for people who haven't found out about it? I guess it's more love for the environment. Yeah.
Well, yes, we are basically like we are trying to combine both. You know, every time people buy merch, we also plant trees in this tiny little forest of my choosing, because then all my warriors can be apart and being responsible themselves for actually a tree being planted, and that's beautiful. So it's just, you know, we try to find small ways all the time, small and big ways to help the environment, because every little thing matters, and that's my whole point. Smoke marijuana. My point is that I am so passionate about that every single person matters, and that every single person can do so much, you know. And this is kind of a way for me to, I guess, you know, prove to people that, and my fans, because they will buy merch anyways, and it just makes sense to do something fun. So every little thing kind of affects the environment in a good way. And they can also and also that they are doing it, you know. Every single warrior are doing such a big important thing, and it's very beautiful.
It is really beautiful. And then there will be the Aurora mini forest in the Andes, and it'll be there, and it'll be helping
and we can
everything.
go there in like 10 years, and I can have a little concert there in the forest that we planted. Oh.
Yeah. So sweet.
That's so moving. Oh
no. Well, we're all very, very excited for the album.
That's going to be beautiful, though. Imagine.
It will. It'll be so beautiful. I can just, I can imagine it now. Like, and you'll be singing Warrior, and everyone will be, really emotional. Sorry, I made you cry. Well,
Hello, sorry.
I don't want to keep you too much longer. So I just wanted to thank you and thank everybody who's been watching today so much, because you guys, like Aurora has said, so much. It is all about you guys, the fans, the warriors. So thank you guys so much for watching us chat and talk about the album, the single, the touring, and everything. And go out and pre-order the album, get a bundle, plant a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you in the mini forest in a decade's time. Thank you
Yes,
so
you will.
much,
Oh,
Aurora.
thank you. And have a
And we'll,
good
yeah,
life and a good day. And
yeah,
all of you.
you too. Thank you,
I love you all
everybody.
my warriors. Mwah, mwah.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Obrigada. Arigato gozaimasu. How do I go? How do I leave? Do I press the X?
I'll do it now.
Okay. You
Bye.